Hello, and welcome back to Fist Entertainment. This time for my review of, in my opinion, the best movie of 2018. Very epic movie. The Avengers: Infinity War. Now this, from a lot of my fans on Facebook, has been a requested movie since it came out in theaters. Well, since I did MCU all April long, with, of course now it's being May 1st, but we're wrapping this up today. Thought I'd take the few minutes to talk about the movie now. Hello! Thanks for jumping the fence lately. He always comes back. Yeah, Avengers: Infinity War. Definitely, a good movie, in every sense of the word. I really enjoyed this movie. What I enjoyed about this movie so much is the fact that every movie up before this has all been going forward into this particular movie, and they did such a good job on this movie. Anybody who hates this movie, it has way too much expectations from movies. This movie, in my opinion, is absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Everything about this movie is just wow. In some ways, I like Infinity War even more than I like Endgame, which of course is the conclusion, and as you guys have figured out by now, most likely going to be the highest selling movie of all time, with this impressive $1.2 billion on opening weekend, which is half of what Avatar made within this entire run at the box office. But what I like about Infinity War is it really has a lot of darker elements. And Thanos is just amazing. You know, we've been teased with Thanos for a lot of films, like multiple fucking. Sorry, my language. I'm trying not to cuss in these reviews. But multiple movies we have been teased with Thanos all this time, and now we finally have him as the villain in the movie. It does not disappoint. Josh Brolin did a wonderful job playing Thanos. I'm not surprised he did such a wonderful job, considering the fact that he was playing Cable in Deadpool 2 at the same time as playing Thanos in the Avengers: Infinity War. But this is wonderful performance from him. I thought they did a wonderful job in this movie. I also liked how you had a bunch of characters I've never seen before. Like, for example, Captain America is not really Captain America in this movie. He's actually Nomad. Now, Nomad is a character that Cap became in the comic books when he lost faith in the United States of America and is a man with no country and no morals. He became this character known as Nomad. And, of course, the big giveaway on that is how Chris Evans has long hair and a big beard in the movie. The events of Captain America Civil War turned him into Nomad. Paul Bettany actually gets to take on the illusion of looking like Paul Bettany in the movie instead of just looking like Vision. And that's kind of cool right there. I also like the relationship there was between him and Wanda, Scarlet Witch. And that really plays out real well. Everybody did such a great job. There's only one problem I have with this movie. Other than the first part, in like the first 5 minutes of the movie, we have really no Hulk in this movie at all. Now the fight between Thanos and Hulk is like very very short lived, and it's not really all that spectacular. But that's about the only bad thing I could say about Infinity War, that I right out the bat. Now let's go into the plot of the movie. Taking place, obviously, last time we saw Iron Man and Captain America and everybody was obviously a Civil War. But this does take place in the categorical order. It takes place a few minutes, just literally a few minutes after the events of Thor Ragnarok. And Thanos has pretty much killed just about all of the Asgardian refugees on the Asgardian ship, and has beat the crap out of Thor. Then of course Hulk has this little fight with Thanos and loses. Then Idris Elba's character, which I know always forget his name, sends him with magic to Earth through a wormhole. And of course Loki gets killed. Thanos gets the Kazarok and gets the Space Stone out of it. And basically the ship blows up with Thor inside of it. Then Hulk ends up on Earth, talks to Stephen Strange, and it's like Thanos is coming. And then of course Doctor Strange recruits Iron Man, and the band kind of comes together a little bit right there. And of course the reunion with Banner and Stark right there. And then we go to Scotland, to where we find Vision and Scarlet Witch trying to live out a domestic life. And the Stone is playing with that. Well, sorry, the Stone is playing with Vision a bit, being a little uncomfortable due to the fact that Thanos is coming, and he's acquiring Infinity Stones. And obviously, they get attacked by Thanos' horsemen. That's how I would kind of put it. And basically, that's where Nomad and of course Black Widow come to the rescue. And then they all kind of go back to Earth and team up. And this is of course after Doctor Strange is abducted, and he of course it's not so easy to take the Time Stone out of him. And of course Stark and Spider-Man team up, and they end up on the ship. Meanwhile, all this is going on. The Guardians of the Galaxy encounter Thor in the rubble of the Asgardian ship. Then Thor teams up with the Guardians of the Galaxy, and then goes to this mythical place that forges the most deadly weapons, where his hammer was made. And of course, over there, he has to reignite a dying star and create Stormbreaker, his new weapon that he uses against Thanos at the end of the film. And of course, Rocket and Groot go with him. And of course, Cap, or let's say Nomad, Black Widow, and Scarlet Witch and Vision, they all need to get the Mind Stone out of Vision and try to destroy it. So they go to Wakanda and team up with Black Panther and Winter Soldier in an attempt to get the stone out without killing Vision. Gamora is abducted by Thanos, and they go to, of course, that planet Varmir, or whatever it's called, where they encountered Crystal Skull. She's been over there since the events of Captain America, the First Avenger. And that's where Thanos acquires the Soul Stone by pretty much sacrificing Gamora and killing her, throwing her over a cliff. And then he obviously goes to Earth to acquire the Mind Stone from Vision. And this, of course, at this point, he has achieved all of the stones. And of course, before he goes back to Earth, on Titan, he battles it out with Iron Man, Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, and the Guardians of the Galaxy. And they almost get the gauntlet off of him, believe it or not. The thing he powered all the stones with. They actually almost get the gauntlet off of him. But Quill, Star-Lord, is very upset about Gamora died because that's his girlfriend. So he beats the fuck out of sorry, there we go, language again. He beats the hell out of Thanos, and it gives Thanos an edge over. So he almost kills Iron Man, and just before he's about to rip Iron Man's head off, Doctor Strange willfully gives him the Time Stone. Now, what's interesting? This kind of plays in Endgame. At a point when they were on Titan, Doctor Strange went forward in time, looking at all possibilities, and he only found one scenario, one future to where the Avengers went against Thanos. And giving Thanos the Time Stone had a lot to do with how that was going to work. And so he kind of foresaw everything that would lead into Endgame, into the conclusion. And of course, Thanos has all the stones at that point, except for the Mind Stone, which is on Earth with, as invited, of course, in Vision. So he goes to Wakanda, and of course, this is where he uses all the stones, his abilities, to actually get upper hand. Like, for example, Scarlet Witch actually literally destroyed and blew up and disintegrated the Mind Stone in the killing Vision, while holding Thanos back, which then shows how powerful she is. And all Thanos had to do is just turn back the clock with the Time Stone, and there you go. And that made it pretty easy for him to acquire the ability to take charge of things. And then eventually, Thor comes around, kicks ass, and then throws Stormbreaker right into Thanos, but he throws him into his section right here, which does effectively kill him. But in his last breath, Thanos is like, "You should have aimed for the head." So that's his finger, and then, of course, disappears. And right after that happens, a lot of people die. Everybody turns into dust. A lot of people turn to dust. When it comes to our heroes, we lose Spider-Man, Quill, Drex, whatever that interesting little character with the mind control stuff from the Guardians of the Galaxy, as well as Falcon, Black Panther, Wanda, Scarlet Witch, Winter Soldier. Almost the entire freaking race of Wakandas all perish in the dust. And then, of course, obviously, at the same time, in Ant-Man and the Wasp, Hank and his wife, as well as the Wasp, all turn into dust too and disappear. And that kind of leads into the end. And then, of course, the post-credit sequence shows... of course, Nick Fury, before he turns into dust, paging Captain Marvel. Now, audio-video quality. Video quality is very more warm film looking, like it is with a lot of these movies. The audio quality is where it suffers. This one is not nearly as bad as Black Panther, but the audio quality of Infinity War does feel like they turned the decibel levels, the dramatic glass levels down quite a bit in this movie. But it's not nearly as bad as Black Panther. I'm going to have to wrap it up here. Hope you guys enjoyed my review of the Avengers Infinity War, and I'll see you guys next time for my review of the Avengers Endgame. Until then.